Oh my good God. It's always me, never anybody else. Feel like I've been hexed or something. I don't even know how far I got up to because I can't see you when I'm reading. So I don't know where we got up to. If you guys let me know, I was probably talking to myself for quite some time because I just was in the zone. So yeah, thank you guys for bearing with me. I do apologize. What's happened, and it's a very boring story. I had new internet fitted, which has some congestion in the wire. And then what happened is I had to cancel out my cooling off periods. I have a dongle now, which is absolute shite. And just, Lord forgive me, hopefully by the 16th, I will have my proper internet installed, full fibre, full flowing, full wonderful internet connection. And this won't happen. Fingers crossed. Hello, everybody in the side chat. Hi, Snowdrop. Hi, Lizzie. Lizzie, I got your email. I do apologise. I have had a chest infection. I am literally just hanging on by a thread. And yeah, so I am trying to get back to everybody. I'm just not in the right headspace. And I don't like to keep moving these lives every 5 minutes because it's not right to do that. It makes me look a bit flaky, and I don't want to be flaky. But I just thought if I come on here with a cough and a cold, the way I have had one, it's not very nice to listen to and watch, is it really? And no one wants to watch someone blowing their nose every 5 minutes. Oh yeah, I got mobile Wi-Fi from O2. It's amazing. Yes, so mine's EE now. So I did have community fibre, and that's just was a load of rubbish. I don't know why, because I live in London. So if I live in London, you would have thought a Wi-Fi would be good, you know. Unfortunately, though, not. It's not. It's like I'm living out in Mongolia. So it's very, very bizarre. No worries. That's lovely. Thank you, Lizzie. And I appreciate you being a mod as well. I really do. Yeah. You don't have to do it, but I do appreciate you doing it. You know, it's not easy. You run around all the channels as well, which I find really great. Well done, you, because that's a lot of work. But yeah, so I don't know where I got up to, guys. Shall I start again, just as it is a video, and I should probably be professional and start from the beginning. So let's try it again. Okay, so this came out an hour ago. So Meghan Markle has split from Netflix and will take complete control of her As Ever brand, and as she feared the streaming giant had become too cautious. And insiders have claimed that she now wants to completely break away from Netflix. So when they commissioned a new season of her show with Love Meghan, the deal gave Netflix a stake in her As Ever brand, which included her jam, rosé, wine, and flower sprinkles. Oh, the flower sprinkles. But sources claim Meghan thought Netflix was being too cautious and wants to go global, believing her brand can stand on its own. Okay, so she thinks that Netflix are holding her back. This is insane. This is why it's unbelievable, actually, this article. The abrupt split comes 2 months after Netflix axed with Love Meghan after 2 series amid scathing reviews. And a spokesman for As Ever confirms the Daily Mail. As Ever is grateful for Netflix partnership through launch and our first year. We have experienced meaningful and rapid growth, and As Ever is now ready to stand on its own. We have an exciting year ahead and can't wait to share more. Okay, and then it goes on to state that she's still on good terms with Netflix and close personal friends with Ted Sarandos, so hasn't wanted to upset him, but is very happy to have full control of the company. And it's a good time for Meghan to have complete control given her recent successes. Okay. And Netflix has been a good partner, but she wanted to go global with the brand for some time, but has been held back by the more cautious Netflix team. Okay, so why have Netflix been cautious? Let's put a pin in that for a second. And the spokesman for Netflix said, Meghan's passion for elevating everyday moments in a beautiful yet simple way inspired the creation of the As Ever brand, and we are glad to have played a role in bringing that vision to life. As it is always intended, Meghan will continue to grow the brand and take it into her next chapter independently, and we look forward to celebrating how she continues to bring joy to households around the world. Okay, ahead of the launch with Love, Meghan in last year, the Duchess said the Make or Break cookery show helped her find herself again. Okay, so she found herself. She described herself as a female founder and an entrepreneur, but not an influencer. Now that's interesting because we've got female founder, entrepreneur, and an influencer. The borders there, the boundaries there kind of get blurred, I personally think, because that can all be entwined. That can all kind of come together as like a Venn diagram. I don't really think you have, specific lanes there, because it all comes as one. People will have a business and still be an influencer. It's to influence the brand. She has a Netflix, an Instagram account which she uses to promote her platform. Is that not some way a bit of an influencer if she wants to be a humanitarian? Is that not some way a bit of an influencer? I don't know. I think there it's very wishy-washy to put yourself in, to put yourself in one bracket or two brackets here. But the influencer thing, what are you demonizing that? I'm not really sure. I see myself as an entrepreneur and a female founder, and if the brand ends up influential, then it's great, she told People magazine. People magazine, by the way, guys, I think is her new best friends because she's continually in People magazine. Just 12 months later, suggestions that Meghan plans to go global with her brand come amid reports that the $100 million Netflix deal with Harry was up in the air. And then Archwell Productions, the couple's media company, announced in August 2023 that it was making a film based on Carly's Fortune's novel Meet Me at the Lake. Now, Netflix purchased the rights to the novel for $2.9 million, which is £2.2 million, but nothing has yet materialised. So we've got 3 years that the project has been in development, but it's kind of been stacked on the shelf. And it's both lacking in cast. There's no cast there's no cast awarded to the show, and there's no director. And Page 6 also reports that the projects are all in limbo, and 3 years in development for a movie like this for Netflix isn't good, because you're just shelving a project that you've paid for. You're not getting your return on it. Okay. And then the plans for the movie version of Meet Me at the Lake marked a change in direction for the couple, away from all documentaries about the royal family. We'll come back to the rest of the article in a minute. Just want to get your guys' opinions on this. Do you think As Ever is going to be rebranded? Right. Well, okay. So if she's moving away from Netflix now, the Hollywood landscape at the moment is quite interesting, because you have Netflix that basically is monopolizing the whole of Hollywood. So they're the ones that have kind of the main pull there at the minute. I think Disney's struggling. I think Disney, and what's the other one? I'm trying to think. Warner Brothers is also not doing particularly well, which again, the whole kind of industry is struggling because there is so many people in production. There's so many things that are there to be watched. Even we all know cinema is struggling as well. So for her to think that she can go off on her own and just have her own production company without any support whatsoever is insane, because she is not from the industry. She doesn't really know anything about it. This would be her first production away from a documentary. Yeah, this would be something that she would be producing as a film. She needs all the help and support she could get. I wouldn't want to do this on my own if I've never made a film before. Netflix is your best chance at surviving this and making it successful. And to come away from it is, for me, I think is you're hanging yourself there. But I don't think this is her choice. This is why I think this article is a lie, because I think Netflix have dropped them. Why would they come away from such a good, solid brand that can help them and make them successful? They worked with them from the beginning. We know that they did their documentary, and then they did the Polo series. And the reason why Netflix, I believe, have just dropped them is because they are complete trash. Their work just hasn't developed. It's not popular. Nobody wants to watch them. And because it's been a big flop and a big disaster, they're going to get rid of them. So I think this is saving face. I think this article is saving face. It's almost to try and show that there's no problems. There's no kind of issues with the relationship between them and Netflix. There's no issues with their popularity because they don't want to be seen as unpopular. And that's why they're making out as if they're going out on their own. But maybe they had no choice. I think they didn't have any choice but to go out on their own now. And this is why they created Archwell Productions in the first place anyway, because eventually they'd only have themselves to fall back on. Hi, Polo. Hi. She'll be lucky if one takes on her ventures. Yes, Leslie. I feel like you're really she's really slimming down her opportunities here, and slimming down. It's not her. Well, okay. If Netflix drop her, what can she do? She has to make a different kind of spin on this story. I'll carry on with the rest of this here. So when they returned from their tour in Jordan, announced their plans for a Netflix version of The Wedding Date, which is also a 2018 novel by American author Jasmine Guillory, I think. Guillory. Last August, the couple signed a new multi-year contract with Netflix, and then Meghan and Harry was described as over the moon at the news, although it was understood to be far less lucrative than the previous one. So you can see that they'd already ended up, they signed, but again, when they've re-signed, it's less of a deal because of the lack of popularity. They're not getting the views that they thought that they would get. And then the further blow, it emerged in January that the Duchess's cookery show offered lifestyle tips from inside a rented £5 million mansion near Meghan's home. So it wasn't her home, as we know. And then we all know that it's not returning for a third series. And then I think the second season of With Love, Meghan also failed to land Netflix's top 10 US shows in that week that it debuted, came out, according to Forbes. So yeah, we know that anyway. They're just reiterating some old news there. So yeah, it's not a returning series, and there have not been conversations about holiday specials, and there's nothing in the works yet. So people with similar cooking and crafting on Meghan's socials for the brand, but more bite-sized. So they're going to kind of restructure her cooking shows. I think they need to just bring a little bit more creativity to the mix. But guys, what do you think? This news came out an hour ago. So how, again, I'm going solely based off of what I've just read. This could be all complete absolute nonsense, but it is the Daily Mail, so it's a verified newspaper source. But what do you think if she's going completely out on her own now and she's going to be making films? She's 2 in the pipeline by the looks of things. I mean, how do you think that's going to revolve? How do you think that's going to work? She did say, yeah, best practice. Yeah, she did. She did say my Netflix was holding her back. She did say Netflix was holding her back. Yeah. Imagine that. like the biggest streaming service, biggest streaming platform in the world is holding her back. Oh dear. I mean, the level of narcissism and ego is insane. Her head shouldn't be fitting through doors at this point. If that's what she truly believes, then she is living in the biggest echo chamber known to man. Because I mean, I'd love to have such a high opinion of myself. It would do me more favors, I think. But hey ho, um, her business knowledge is basically based because I married a royal. Please buy my products, and it doesn't work that way. Yes, and I mean, we've gone through this before, time and time again. The girl doesn't keep to one project. You have to keep working at something to get better at it. If you're not natural in a certain industry, and it's all new to you, of course you're going to be a novice in the beginning. You're not going to know how the ropes work. You're starting from the bottom, and you're going to have setbacks, and you're not going to, things are going to go wrong. And I think when things do go wrong for Meghan, she just thinks, oh no, F this. It's time to move on to something different. That didn't work out. But it takes time, practice, patience, learning from people, listening to people, taking on board people's criticism, constructive criticism, going, there's always setbacks in a new business, always, and it takes years normally to suddenly find your footing, unless you kind of have some prior knowledge to it. But beforehand, you're not going to get it straight away. You're not going to be successful at everything straight away. It's hard work, it's hard grind to get where you want to get to in life. And I just don't think she's willing to put the effort in. I think she wants quick results. And if it doesn't go the way that she'd like it, then she gets bored and moves on to something different. And I think it's just her personality. And I know a few people like that. And you never really then get successful at something. It's always kind of in and out, next project. Polo, yes, the polo. They could have been dropped because of the movie. She is filming with Amazon, the competitor Netflix. Yes. So there's talks of that as well. I'm just going off of that article now because there's always conflicting information out in the public domain. This is why we have to kind of get through it and work it out together. Hi, Michelle. Hello from Tennessee. Oh my God. I want to go to Tennessee so badly. But yeah, I'm gonna wait, I think, for a little while, but to go over there. But it'd be nice. It'd be nice to go to the south. So yeah, so what was I saying? So yeah, the Amazon deal. Jeff Bezos. Now I know that she's got quite cozy with him, and we're aware of they've been in talks. So it could be moving over to Prime. You could be right. But then someone from Netflix has confirmed that she's going alone. So it could just be just a bit of, word salad from them. But I think we're going to see in time how that evolves anyway. Markle, yeah. Sorry, my cold is kicking my ass. Markle can't even bring joy to her own household, not to mind households worldwide. I know, right? This is the thing. I don't know where she thinks the joy is, but the joy's not here. Joy is not here, bless her. Yeah, I really do believe she has a very elevated opinion of herself. It's highly amusing. It really is. When I read that article, I did chuckle to myself. Daisy Lee, hello everybody. Let me just get a tissue because I can feel my face streaming again. It's wonderful. 2 seconds. Oh, it's just so great. It just takes me so long to get better as well. This is why I've been on and off YouTube, because I get sick and I just can't function. So I'm just trying to sort my health out anyway. And that is why, guys, sometimes I do look a bit rough. Okay. So I do apologize. Maybe I should wear a mask or something, because I got a few comments saying, "Oh, you look a hot mess." And I was like, thanks. Wonderful, wonderful. But yeah, I do apologize if my face annoys you. But I'm trying to get better. uh, so the Amazon movie she's filming called Close and Personal. Yeah, I think that was that not what I just read off? Let me just have a look. Sorry, 2 seconds. Let me get that up close and personal. Okay. All right, I can't seem to get that. Send me some more information on that, Dyer. Hello. A fake royal tour. Another fake royal tour. Well, this is the thing, Lizzie, right? So I had heard whispers that she was going to do another tour, but I think that there's just too much that going on with them. They can't be big film producers and humanitarians and then, you know, expect that world to all collide and infuse with each other and work out. It's also very time consuming. I don't know how they can do it. How can you be here and there and everywhere every 5 minutes? I mean, he was off at another summit the other day, Harry. He was he was on another kind of voyage to save the planet. He was in Germany at his doing another speech, and you just think, okay, so what is your main focus here? You know, what is the thing that you're really passionate about? Because I think we're all passionate about lots of different things, but to work on everything in the world is pretty near damn impossible. You want to be a cook, you want to be you want to be a philanthropist, you want to be a film producer, you want to be a humanitarian, you want to be a climate you want to help with the climate change, you want to be an activist. I don't know, how many lives do you have to live to do that? I think that's a lot of work, isn't it? And you can't really be that successful at all of it in one time, because you have to put effort into projects. Hi everybody, hello. Oh, thank you, Mariah. No, I'm not trying to get I'm not fishing for compliments. I'm just saying, I know I look a bit rough sometimes. You don't. It hurts my feelings when I'm told I'm a hot mess. You might. Yeah, I do, Leslie. I do. I literally am taking loads of vitamins. It's just one of these things, isn't it? I don't know what's going on with my health. I really don't. Thank you, Lizzie. I appreciate that. Aren't they supposed to go to Birmingham this summer? Is it this summer? I thought it was next year. Is the Invictus Games this year already? Let's have a look. Invictus Games this year, Birmingham. Don't tell it. I mean, how is the time flying that quickly? No, it's next year. Invictus Games is next year. I thought it was 2000. I was going to say, no way is that happening now. That's happening next year. I mean, so much can happen in that time, though, right? You know, this is the thing. It's ever changing landscape with these guys. We just don't know where they're going to be next. So, like I was saying, yes, they're going to do another tour. And like I've said before, the timing I thought was crazy, considering it was just at the time when Andy was arrested. And I just think it's too much of a coincidence, you know. I really do, because it was 18 months, remember, and I keep drumming this drum 18 months since they went on their last royal tour, or whatever you want to call it, because it's just nonsense. But they've had a huge break, huge break, doing other things. Again, going to saving homeless people. That's another thing they like to do. Internet safety. That's another thing. Oh, and advocating for the cookie girls, another thing they like to do. I mean, it's just one thing after another. So yes, they've done things within that time frame, but they are now, 18 months later, they end up in Jordan at the same time Andy was arrested. I find that quite remarkable. I don't know what you guys think. There's a lot of talk that it was already well planned, well thought out, but I'm just not sure. I'm very dubious when it comes to the timing of things, because we all know that the media like to put out stories when something else is going on to distract us. I think we all kind of know that by now. Half in, half out leaves you nowhere. Exactly. They have plenty of staff to help out, or they don't seem much good. Yeah, but you think that, Leslie, but they all leave in the end, don't they? They've all left, pretty much. They haven't got many people left helping them out, or when they do come, they don't stay for very long. They should have their own theme song. The Take of Gilligan's Island. Oh dear. They probably will come up with that, because they are literally in love with themselves. And if it is true that I just don't believe she's broken away from Netflix herself. I think they've been dropped, but it's been amicable, and they've spun it to make it look like she wants to go out on her own and find her own footing. But I think the numbers just didn't tally up, and it was losing Netflix money to have them still on board, because Netflix are powerful. I mean, a lot of the stuff they put out is great. I watch Netflix. I love it. I'll just binge watch that late in the evening if I get a chance. Thank you. I'm not trying to get compliments, but thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. What's this? Lizzie is the best. She is great. Thank you. Lizzie, don't worry. Yeah, you can have your break. She was going on holiday. Yes, I thought you put the wrong title, Dyer. That's why I was a bit confused. That's fine. It's okay. We all get things wrong sometimes. I thought he was going to Birmingham this year. Yeah, no, well, it says 2027. I'm sure it's 2027. You're making me doubt myself, guys. And right, let's just check. Let's just double check. No, it's definitely 2027. Birmingham. It has to be. Winter Games, Birmingham. Yes. There's a lot going on here as well with our politics at the minute. Some crazy new things they're trying to bring in. I don't know who's thinking of these new ideas. They want to pay people to go back home. So they want to pay refugees to go back home. Yeah, it's 2027. It's not this year. So yes, they want to pay people to go back to. So if you're a refugee and you come here and your asylum isn't granted, and it's refused, they're going to pay families of up to £40,000 to go back to the country that they came from, so they can go back. But we're going to be paying people to go home. I just think these incentives and these ideas are not really thought through very well, because what if you can just come back here with a fake name and then do a completely different new documents? You can claim again, try to claim again, and then you keep getting £40,000. I don't understand it, They just really need to get control of what they're doing when it comes to the politics at the moment. Obviously, we all know what's kicking off as well with Iran. That was quite scary. Yes, it's countdown. Yes, 2027, but I think he visits a year earlier as a countdown. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I think, Leslie. This is the thing. I just don't know where they drum up these crazy bonkers wackadoodle ideas from. Because it's a great way to defraud the country. Isn't it? But yeah, guys, we see if Paula M wants to come on. I think she has some stuff on the Oscars. Let me just see if I can get hold of her. I called her. She said she was bathing. I'm going to say, you're live on air, Paula. She was bathing. Hi, sweetie. You're live, darling. You're live. I just want to see if you want to. You're live. You're live. Live on my live. Do you want to come on quickly for like 20 minutes?
Oh, I didn't know you were going.
Yeah, I'm live now. Just been gibbering away to myself. Okay. Okay, darling. All right, bye. She's coming. Yeah. So I thought, I was going to just go straight to bed, but I just can't keep cancelling. So, I annoy myself. I get so sick so often, and it's just really getting on my nerves. Right. Invite guests, copy. So Paula has some info, so we're going to go through that. But I just can't see this Archwell Foundation, Archwell Productions, doing that well, because they're not creators, they're not film producers, they don't know anything about the film industry. They really do need to team up with somebody else. And you could be right that Amazon is in the pipeline, but I don't know. Is anyone going to touch her after this kind of? They really need to make. Maybe the film. Maybe they will be successful with the films. That might be their niche. You just don't know. Let's be positive and optimistic. So you never know. It could all work out, and their movies could be, they could be the new Spielberg. What does this say? Hold on 2 seconds. 40,000. Yes. No, I know, Mary. I know. I was shocked that as well. A lot of people, a lot of families are in a lot of poverty at the minute. Well, there's a lot of poverty at the moment. People are really struggling with just feeding their families. So it does feel like a bit of a kick in the teeth, I've got to say. But their argument is that this will save the money in the long run. But I don't think it will save money in the long run if people are going to come back here and kind of abuse the system, which is what a lot of people would do. I think if you were poor and you come from a war-torn country and you wanted to make money, well, I would abuse the system as well, because you've got nothing. I mean, it's not something you would think of if you haven't got any money that you need to build a future. We do open ourselves up to a lot of abuse here. We love Paula. Yes, thank you. That's all right. No worries, darling. Okay, I think she's coming on. We're just waiting for her. Sorry, just give me 2 seconds. I need to blow my nose again. Oh, and guys, did you see that Britney Spears? She was arrested for a DUI, and I think I'm going to cover a story on her because I know she was under conservatorship, and she, she came out of that, and she was still doing all of her Instagram videos, and they've been getting kind of more chaotic and kind of weird as time has progressed. And I had a feeling she was kind of back in a substance abuse, but I want to do a deep dive into that with somebody who's a bit more of an expert on Britney Spears. So I'm going to bring her on. It's very interesting what she's got to say. Here we go. Here's Paula, beautiful girl. Hey,
Hello,
girl.
how are you?
Glowing at the moment. You're glowing at the moment. You're radiant.
Oh, it's the skin. It's the thing. It's the creams with Manuela. I don't know what I do without them.
She's good. She is good.
Amazing. I mean, yeah, I love it. I love her stuff. It's unbelievable.
Okay. You have some info on the Oscars. Do you want to chuck it?
You know that Meghan was dumped by Netflix, right? Hello? 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 Hello?
You hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you now.
Sorry about that.
No, that's not you. This is the dongle. On dongle territory. Oh, Paula, why don't you just end me now? I think it's just easier.
Well, no, this is getting very interesting because Meghan twisted it around saying that Netflix, $1 billion company, was holding her back because they were being too careful. Of course, they're being too careful. When you're selling food in the United States of America, you need to be careful, So Meghan is now turning it around as though, I didn't want to because they were holding me back. Wasn't she doing a video earlier saying, oh my God, Netflix wants me?
This is what we've just been talking about. I read the article. This is what we've just been saying.
How insane is that? And people still buy the BS. People still buy that BS. I don't understand why how can a streaming giant with international markets? The reason for that is because she doesn't want, I've done videos about her labels, her food labels, because I do have my agricultural company registered in the United States, and I do sell jam. I sell fruit. I sell all of that. And I can tell you that the labels are a big part of it. There are, with the label, you should, I'm so lucky I'm drinking something here. But with this, she doesn't have any of this thing here. You should be able to get where the fruit is coming from, where it's manufactured, with everything, all the proper ingredients. But she doesn't have any of that. Her labels, I've done very deep dives with the labels. Her labels are absolutely against the rules. And her brand is being managed by a very shady organization called Snow Commerce, who are famous for literally what they call ghost product producing, which is basically they advertise these products and then they don't have them in stock.
Okay.
So which is what's happening to her. So if you see that, there's no real address, she lists the address of Snow Commerce to say that if you have any complaints, and then she does something also. I've done so many videos about it, that she legally says that when you buy her product, you accept that you're to go by any product dispute by the laws of New York State. Which is insane. You can't tell somebody we're going to go by the laws of New York State. And the reason for that is because in 2018, New York eased the rules for the food label production and delivery. So that's why she's saying, and you can't do that, because if you are, for example, let's say you live in Ohio and her product is being sold somewhere else, you can sue her for whatever. And it's no commerce. It's not in New York.
So she doesn't have her ingredients on her packaging?
No, she only has strawberries, and she has some, yeah, she kind of does, but not really. And she has, for example, lemon product. So it's like, it's not lemon. The ingredients are not real fruit. You don't know what's in it. You don't know where it's produced. You don't know where the fruit was, where she bought the fruit. We know that it's not in Montecito because the farmers of Montecito came and said, she's not buying the fruit here.
I don't think that's legal, is it?
No, it's not legal. It's not legal. People buying her food, whatever you want to call it, are literally gambling, taking a risk. In fact, I did a video where there was a worm showing inside her jam, and then she had these sprinkles. Yeah, worm, yeah. And then she had these sprinkles, whatever you want to call it, and you can see the worm moving across the plate. So
I like how you say worm, because you're saying it completely differently. Say it again.
Warm. How do you say it?
Worm.
But I'm saying warm.
I think you say.
Sorry, my English is not that great. Sorry.
It's good. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like
but,
it. I think it's great.
But it's insane because Netflix, of course, Netflix is going to be careful because if Netflix backs her stuff, in Netflix, it is not true that she's dumping Netflix. It's the fact that Netflix told her that they couldn't work with her as it was because she doesn't follow regulations. And they can't be, and he said, Netflix order and said, you can't keep saying that we're partnered with you because you're going to get into a lawsuit. And if we're claimed that we're partners with you, then if you sue us ever, and you sue all the partners, and we're talking $1 billion company, 350 billion or something like that is worth Netflix.
So, I mean, also you've got the other side of the coin as well. It's very dangerous because if you've got allergies, not allergies. What am I looking for?
Well, allergies, of course.
Not just allergies. There's another thing I'm trying to think of. It's not coming to my mind. But it could be seriously detrimental to your health if you have a nut allergy or something like that. It's cross contamination there.
Yeah.
You need to put down in anything that you sell the complete list of ingredients, because you could cause a real health problem. You just don't know.
Well, yeah, like I did a video with Manuela because this was a reel that Meghan Markle had in her own Instagram. So Manuela was making the difference if it was a worm or what was the other one. There was that or a bug. There were two. She says, because she said that the bug is different than the worm, and I'm like, why? And then she proceeded to explain what the difference was, and it's like, because we were literally looking how that thing was moving in the plate, and like,
I know that worms get into a lot of apples and a lot of fruit. That is kind of that is normal. If you grow your own produce, you're going to always, the organic stuff is going to have things living in it. That's kind of, some of it will have that. But she needs to do her due diligence. She needs to do the right protocol to make sure that stuff goes out clean. Because that's going to be a bit of a shock for people if they've got a worm wiggling around. Can you imagine?
Do you want a worm do you want a side order of worms in your salad or in your fruit sprinkles or I did one, guys. Do you guys remember with that thing inside the jelly? I did a whole video about it because it's like a string thing, and we were hoping that it was a worm and it wasn't something, because it looked like it was, when you have your period, that Tampax little thing. It is gross. And the thing is that you can't, this woman is selling wickless candles. So, of course, Netflix doesn't want to have anything to do with her.
Well, this is the thing. So we were talking about the article, and I was saying that the spin on it, I believe, is that they're trying to save face, because she's trying to say she wants to go out on her own.
But she's trying to save face by throwing a giant under the table.
Yeah, but how can her and Harry create a film on their own? You know, I know that they were going to have obviously a team around them to help them, but they have no clue where to start. They're not creative. They're not, you know, they've never made a film before. Documentary is a little bit different, but this a film is got a lot of there's a lot more work involved, I believe. And someone in the side comments mentioned that I think it was Dyer mentioned about Amazon linking up with Jeffrey Bezos. What do you think? Do you think that's in the pipeline, Paula? Have you got any links or kind of information on
To
that?
what?
A possible Amazon deal for Prime?
No.
No?
But they are trying to get themselves invited. I mean, I have a video that I can share. I did this video about the labels, just so people know, because this was really funny, because I did this with I did, because you know I am in the I do know a little bit about this. This is a little bit of my wheelhouse as well, because I am a farmer and I sell abroad in the United States and Canada and worldwide. I am able to sell. Can you believe it? I, a little person with very little means, is able to sell worldwide, and Meghan Markle hasn't been able to do that.
I know, it's crazy times. What's
So
going on?
this is the video.
We're playing with fire here, putting this up on the screen.
This is one. No, why? This is my video.
No, because of my internet, not because of the.
Okay.
And I helped her because she got polio when she was very little, and by the early ones her stuff, because in Central America. But I did all the runarounds for this.
Oh, is this your? This is yours.
This is 100% organic, guys. Okay.
This is yours.
Yes, there are certain things that are mandatory whenever it involves food, because people eat it and it can be poisonous. You can have an allergic reaction, which is why the ingredients must be included. So people are allergic to mangoes, strawberries, whatever, nuts. So I'm going to show you what it's mandatory in a country like Nicaragua. Okay. You see this? It says here, marmalades of my grandmother. The name of the brand of the place is called Products of My Grandmother. My grandmother's products, right? Translated.
I'm just going to send it to you so we can watch the ones where it's in the United States.
It doesn't even logo. And on the back, there's nothing. The label ends there. It's just a little stick with it. That's just her logo and the name of the thing. It doesn't even say it's a jam or anything. It doesn't even say what the product is. I know what people are saying. People are saying, well, maybe, you know, it's just a promotional thing. But she did send this food product to influencers, and we're going to get into this right now because it's actually very laughable, but there's nothing there. So this is actually quite dangerous for anybody to consume, because you don't know if what the actual ingredients are, and if anything in this jam is you're allergic to, and which could cause an allergic reaction, right? You are also wondering, Meghan Markle.
Yep. I mean, you don't know. And I showed different labels of what food is mandatory and what it's not, you know, like all of that. I showed it in my videos, you know, because it is insanity, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm surprised that she's been able to get away with that. Actually, that's it doesn't seem to sit right with me at all. I'm pretty sure everything needs to be listed ingredients wise. Just for health and safety, and again, like you said, for allergies, and like I've said, for allergies. So this woman, it's just it's all very slapdash. You would think that she would have enough resources around her to guide her in the right direction. She's got, you know, the best of the best at her feet to help her with any project that she does, really.
I mean, it is insanity. I mean, everything is insanity. Okay. And also, for example, she was refusing refunds to people, to give refunds to people. And then she would send them letters saying, oh, I'm sorry, we were sold out, but I promise you, we will reward you with another product that you didn't buy. What the hell is she going on about? You know? So, but it's insane how Netflix, because, and then she goes on in that article and says that she still has a close personal relationship with Ted Sarandos. So you can't still bitch at me because I'm buddies with Ted Sarandos. But it goes to show you that even and then she throws, if this is how she treats her friends, throwing them under the bus, saying that Netflix, a giant, was holding her back because they were being too safe. Yeah, because they don't want to poison people. They don't want to burn people. Remember that little thing with whatchamacallit, with the bath salts? I even did a video with Jennifer, who's a esthetician, a beautician, esthetician, who's an expert on that. She was featured in the Daily Mail.
What's the bath salt situation? Do tell me, because
Jennifer, with Jennifer, you have to know the ratio of the salt that you put in with some other thing, because you can get burns. So even Jennifer's video was featured in the Daily Mail because she's a licensed esthetician, She's a licensed esthetician, and she's like an expert. You can't put this salt water with this oil and this thing or activate it because it burns you. You have
like certain chemicals react with each other and vice versa.
Yes. So that's how much of a dumbass this woman is.
Wow, that's insane. I mean, also, I'm just thinking, if they're going out on their own, I think that's because they've been dropped. But
no. To be fair, Victoria, Netflix has never really been full on with Meghan Markle. They have waited for a year, because don't forget that they said that they were going to launch her products in some sort of mall in Minnesota. And then I even did a video showing the empty office space. No products with Meghan Markle. You know how there's a show called Bridgerton, and even Star Trek or whatever that they produce or that they show, or is their shows. They have the store. They have never had anything from us ever in their stores, ever. If the show is such a hit, you want to make products of it and sell them and get a piece of it. So Meghan Markle's not saying, they were holding me back. She's really looking forward to it. This is a woman with no experience, doesn't know anything about money other than sleeping with men and trying to get their money. This is a woman who's failed at everything. I've been to her house here. And I can tell you that it's a little house. And it's not even her house. It was a rented house in a very humble neighborhood, because, that's the deal that she could get. And on top of that, the reason why she got that, because Sarah Rafferty used to rent a mansion for her in Rosedale, which is like Hampstead Heath. It's the Hampstead Heath of Toronto. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, but Meghan Markle wasn't like, I don't know the neighborhoods. I always lived in Richmond Hill or Hampstead Heath, so I don't know which other neighborhoods there are that are bad. But
when you lived in the UK, you lived in Richmond.
Lived in Richmond Hill and then Hampstead Heath. Pardon me?
Richmond's lovely.
Yeah. It is very nice. I lived in a very lovely area. And Hampstead Heath is also very nice. So those are the two areas I know. So I don't know the neighborhoods per se.
Okay, London neighborhoods. Well,
or not bad, but let's say where immigrants live, and it's like they're kind of getting out of. They're not poor, but they're not quite there. They're making it out. Okay, so that's where Meghan lived. That's where Meghan lived. I actually, let me see if I have the video here for you to show. I even went with Manuela to record it. There were no paps following her in the streets. You can see because there's CCTV camera. So that thing that she was being followed by people, that's not true. I'll show you her home because I have it here. We filmed. I even did a video about it. She's insane. This woman literally is insane. And the thing is that, did you see what Paris Hilton said?
No, because I've been bedridden, Paula.
Wait.
Markle or Miley Cyrus? Miley. Would you rather party with Meghan Markle or Miley Cyrus? Miley. Would you rather party with Meghan Markle?
Would you rather party with Meghan Markle or Miley Cyrus? Miley.
Neither. Oh, Miley. Yeah, Miley. Well, I mean, Miley's been in the industry for a lot longer, hasn't she? I think they've known each other for longer as well. I'd just give her that. But
and in my video today, I also talked about the paps, because we have Meghan Markle's pap confirming that she's arranging all the pap shots. She's the one who phoned a pap who picture Harry and Meghan getting out of Soho House for the first time, right? Because Meghan, they were at Soho, because he goes and says they were at a restaurant. No, they were at Soho House restaurant where Meghan stayed for ends a week. Let me see if you can hear it.
The way I got this first picture was very simple. Someone was at the restaurant she was at and called me. Hey, bro, I think Meghan and Harry at this restaurant. Dropped everything. I was mid-tennis game, put my tennis racket down, was in my shorts, ran to the venue. It was Soho House on Dean Street. And I like to shoot my images without being seen, but I just stood there. She comes out and she was laughing, and I got this clean image, short and flash, nice, beautiful. I was in Toronto, actually. One of the best sets I took of Meghan was a set of her actually going to a florist. And at the florist, she literally was there. She honestly facilitated. She posed up for us. She smiled at us, me and the other guy I was working with, and we got such a beautiful set of pictures. She talked.
Has Meghan tipped off photographers since she's been with Harry?
I'm gonna have to say no comment.
Well, that says a lot.
No
doesn't
comment.
it?
Well, that's not a no.
I'm just gonna have to say no comment.
It's actually really interesting. Yeah.
So this woman is horrible. This woman is horrible, and they were trying to make that her yacht picture. I told you that. Oh, I don't know if I said this. I had in one of my lives, people were saying that it wasn't Karina on the yacht, right? And the Sussex Squaddies or whatever, they posted, they said that it was this lady called Flavia Cirincione. So I did a live and I said that the lady Flavia Cirincione, she's olive skin. It would be like you and me, Victoria, because the woman on that yacht is very white. She's white. Flavia Cirincione is she's an olive skin Italian, okay?
Yeah.
So they tried to say that it was this lady. It was even in one of the newspapers. I did my live and I said, I don't believe that's her. I even talked to Ron about it. And even Ron, he run face recognition, goes, that's not the girl, at all. And then, So I did my video, my live, and I said, this is not her, blah, blah, blah. And then I get a legal letter from a lawyer in Rome, because this lady lives in Rome. She's a PR for Fendi, right? So saying that I should recant me saying that is Flavia. I have never said it. It's actually somebody in the Sussex Squad who said it. So I literally had to reply. And then they asked me, after talking, they said that they wanted me to do a little video. And I said, why am I going to recant something I never said? I've actually disputed that in my live,
You've got a legal letter.
Yes, because they don't want, this lady doesn't want, they tagged. And the reason where they got that is because suddenly, they made these pictures public, right? Because they haven't been made public for years. From the first time we published them, then they went private. They disappeared from their profiles, but now they made them public.
About the yacht photos.
The yacht photo, yeah. So for many years, they were saying first that the photos were AI.
Yes, so this is the thing. I was very, very wary of touching these photos because it felt very kind of, whoa, hold on a second. I know you was one of the first people to talk about this.
Yeah, actually, when I saw it, I saw it on X. I saw it on X, and then I went and I looked for them, and I found it in Heather Dorak's Instagram. So I took a screenshot of her picture. She didn't post that one. She made others public, the very same one that others made public, and which is, to me, it's like a concerted attack, because now they're also suspending a bunch of accounts on X.
Yeah,
all accounts criticizing Meghan Markle or exposing her are being suspended on X.
This has been very, very obvious to me as well. What's going on is that all of our videos are getting dulled down. We're not getting the same algorithm as before. And a lot of people are getting their channels shut down.
No, but on X, which is supposed to be the platform for free speech, my account has been suspended 7 times because it's been reported as promoting intimate and private images. And when the only thing I'm posting is the link to my YouTube video. You see? So, and not only me, there are a bunch of accounts. Even this account is called That One, which is very vanilla. They got her canceled. So there's a huge thing because the palace, at least King Charles, there's no way to put it. King Charles, you know, and I did my video on it today. Please go watch it because I just found out today, one of my friends who is based in Jordan, stationed in Jordan from one of the embassies, from one of the countries that when I used to work, it turns out that he is one of the ambassadors. I was like, wow, he went from senior advisor to, you know, to ambassador, which is kick-ass. So he went to the British ambassador's residence at that shindig where Meghan Markle and Harry were. And it was in their honor. The ambassador was told that he could not, they took away his phone when he went to the British ambassador's residence. Yet Meghan Markle had her phone on and she was recording everything. And the guy was like, this is insane. And they had like, because he said that he went to a couple of the things that they had, right? And he said that they had over 50 bodyguards for Harry and Meghan, easily. And they had like a proper, he said that not even presidents get that thing. Not even the royal family. When they come, the royal family comes, they have like 3 or 4 vehicles. No, they had 10 cars at least, combine them with blue lights and everything. Why? And guess who's paying for that?
Well, well, I thought the Jordanian family were paying for that. The royal family were paying for that.
Why would the royal family pay for it if the royal family didn't invite them? It was the World Health Organization.
Sorry, the World Health Organization as well.
Yeah, but guess who paid the world? No, listen, you have to coordinate with the government, Jordanian government, because everybody was there. Was Harry, and by the way, his 3 security, they had 3 bodyguards of their own, their personal, right? So those expenses were covered by the WHO, which is the United Kingdom, because the United Kingdom is financing the WHO. Why would the WHO, the WHO, would have? Thank you, Snotra. Please, can you please tag our accounts? Mine is Paula at Paula Matanovich, because you have to tag them. But it is insane because
hold on, back up. Who is funding? England are funding who?
Let me tell you, the United States of America. If you let me finish, the United States of America withdrew from the World Health Organization. So you have almost 37% of their budget out the window. So what they did is that the United Kingdom just increased their budget to the World Health Organization by 20%. Not 3%. We're talking over $500 million to the tune of 318 million pounds.
Yeah, so we've got here 194 member states.
Not the United States, no longer there, but you have the big states. I work with this.
Yeah, so different contributions. States, mainly from Germany and the UK. And so you're telling me that the USA no longer contributes? Oh no,
the USA pulled out. They pulled out about a month ago.
Okay, interesting.
So the WHO have to. Literally, their budget is gone down, but they're gonna waste money paying for the bodyguards and the whole entire, like, my friend, he said, like, shit, Paula,
hold on a minute. Do you know who's a big major contributor to who? Just wait. Bill Gates.
Yes. And he's a contributor to Earthshot. He's a contributor to the Royal Foundation and everything. Yes, of course.
Okay. Did not know that. Interesting. I just thought it was all made up from different countries, but I didn't know that they were so heavily involved. Well, that just drops a bit more of a twist into this, actually.
Yeah, but my friend he's an ambassador now, good for him. But he's like, you know, because he was present when William came in, and he's been present to many royal people when they're coming, right? And it's like, and he said, the security was nothing like this. Meghan Markle and Harry were treated like royalty, and the reception at the British ambassador's residence was in their honor. They were the guest of honor, and that was paid for by the United Kingdom, because that dinner, everything that the ambassador uses its money for in the abroad, it's paid for by the taxpayers. And like I said in my video today, if he had hosted that at the British Embassy, I can understand him not being able to refuse Harry entry, because Harry's a British citizen. And as a citizen, you're entitled to go to the embassy for whatever, right? Usually you need to be invited. But he could have said, well, it was an embassy event, you know. But this was held at the private residence of the ambassador. Whole different animal. And everything was paid for by you guys.
Yes. Well, been split. It's a little bit of us and a little bit of everywhere else.
No. That was the UK. That was a private thing hosted by the British ambassador.
It was 100% the UK.
100% UK. The security, 100% UK. They just funneled it through the Jordanian government, and they paid the policemen to be around Harry and Meghan Markle and this was done through the WHO. Because the UK has, listen, why, okay, Victoria, if you have a major donor, let's say that, okay, without this donor, you're not making it. Are you telling, and let's say that this major donor has a nasty relative that's been literally trashing this donor very publicly and going to the papers and everything, would you risk angering your donor by inviting the nasty relative to events? Nobody would. Nobody would.
I didn't know. I mean, we've got, so the information originally was that it was paid. It wasn't us that was paying. So how did you find that out, Paula?
Because, okay, officially the Jordanian government didn't invite Harry and Meghan. The WHO coordinated with the government.
Okay.
For that. But the government is not going to allocate that, because that takes up. And I'm going to tell you something very telling. Harry and Meghan were getting very confidential intel, because they arrived 2 days prior to the United States bombing Iran. I mean, they left literally by private plane on the same day, while Iran was being, and Jordan was bombarded the next day.
Yep. I know. And somebody, I know. It's very, all the timing of everything is very interesting, I feel.
There's no such thing as coincidence. And you know, people.
No, well, that's what I've been saying. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
You know that people say that do you think that we're living in reality? Do you think that the choices you're making are based on reality? Of course not. It's like when you go to a restaurant, they give you a menu. So you have choices from that menu, right? But that's not it. Branding has become our new reality. You know, like media, social media has replaced factual news. It's what's being pushed out there. Basically, cancel culture is what determines what is going to be reported on. And we're seeing it on X right now. We're seeing it everywhere. So if you think that we guys, this is why a lot of people, and this is why I've always said, all the presidents in the world and prime ministers, they're just puppets of the people with real power. And this is not, I mean, I worked for so many years and I walked away from that. But I can tell you that the things that you're voting on is because the only things that you're given in the menu, but the real reality, nobody wants to see, because now it's a brand. It's no longer facts that matter. Is social media, what's popular, what people like, what's a click, you know, you like it or not.
Oh, no, I mean,
it's factual things.
We're limited into what we can access as well, and you know,
absolutely.
But going back to the security, I've just got to say, it doesn't state that anywhere that I can find.
No, of course you're not. Of course you're not.
I'm just putting that out there. That's your information, but you have.
But of course, okay. There's a lot of things that go unsaid.
I know. Yes. No, I appreciate that, but that is something that.
Okay, there's a lot of things that go unsaid when you do things like that. First of all, it was not. They're billing it as not as a government thing, because officially Harry and Meghan were not invited by the Jordanian government officially. Okay.
Yeah.
So why were they getting official police bodyguards? Like blue light cards are only arranged by that. Even when Angelina Jolie goes there, she goes with their marked cars. They have their private security from the WHO. They've had high profile people, proper people. Princess Diana, when she went with the Red Cross, and she would go to, we saw her go to Angola. She didn't have like that. She was going in those beat up cars that they didn't have AC. And, you know, she had security, of course, you know, but nothing of that level. Nothing of that level. You only get police security when there is an agreement government to government, because private organizations can't do it. As a private organization, do you know that in Los Angeles, for example, you can hire off-duty police people. You know, you can hire off-duty policemen. This is the very same policeman who sued Elton John for sexual harassment, an off-duty cop, because they hired him, you know. So you can do that. But when you have the police cars, when you have all of that, and you have Harry and Meghan there, and the ambassador welcoming, that is a lot of money for the government to allocate to private individuals. They will only do it from government to government.
This is the thing. Going over to Jordan is not a safe place to go anyway. I mean, whoever goes there is insane unless you're able to. I mean, you're almost, you know, putting your life on the line going out there.
Oh, yeah, and both parents go there. Both parents go there, leaving two small young children in Montecito.
She didn't need to go, to be fair. She really didn't.
What is she doing? She's an idiot. Meghan Markle is an idiot.
So just going back to this thing with the Elon Musk, it's weird because Elon Musk had his platform was meant to be free speech. That was his idea. That was his kind of vision. And then now he's censoring people. What has been the turnaround? What has marked the turnaround for this?
They've censored 42 accounts. They just suspend you. They don't even give you a warning or anything. They just suspend your account for false reports. They don't even bother to check it. If you're going to suspend an account, you would think that they would look at because, for example, my account, you see, they don't report my account for defamatory, because if they try to suspend that will give me legal grounds to sue and say, okay, you have to prove that I have defamed you, and you have to come with evidence that I have defamed you. And Meghan Markle is not going to do that. So what does she do? They said that I have posted private and intimate pictures. I have not. These are literally the links to my YouTube videos that I'm posting. And all the pictures in my videos, all the pictures in my videos are on Instagram accounts, very public.
Yeah, and I put out shorts as well on YouTube talking about the e-files, and again, they were not allowed up. So it feels like there is a lot of censorship going on at the minute, and I'm kind of battling my head against the wall as how I can provide the information without seeming to get my channel flagged up. Some channels seem to get away with it, and I don't understand why. Some people are fine and they don't get touched, but
because they're part of their Sussex squad. Believe it or not, they're part of the Sussex squad machine. Because if you look at these channels, they never talk about anything controversial.
Yes, yeah, I suppose I do, and maybe I shouldn't, but.
No, but the whole thing is, why aren't you afraid to talk of anything controversial?
Well, you shouldn't be afraid. You should be able to have an open discussion about it and work it out, and you know, because we're just not going to pretend things aren't happening. I don't understand that. We're not in a world where we all know what's going on, and nobody wants to talk about it. They just want to talk about something that isn't particularly isn't divisive or changing the landscape of the world as we know it. That's what I think we should be keeping our fingers on and our pulses on is you know, the current topics of the day. Personally, you've frozen, Paula. You look great though.
Yeah.
Can you see you're frozen? I don't know if you can see it or not. But yeah, no, I think you're right. You did say something about the Oscars as well. What's going on with the Oscars? Hello? Hello, darling. Are you there? I think we've lost her. Well, we have gone over 1 hour and 15 minutes. And I think my brain is not functioning at 100% capacity because of my chest infection. So probably going to end the live anyway. But you guys have been great. Oh, you're there. You're back.
No, I just changed internet because I've been having issues with my internet too. It really sucks.
Fine. I was just saying that I was going to ask you about the Oscars before, but you were frozen.
Oh, yeah. Yes, of course. The Oscars. Yes, the Oscars. Yes, allegedly Meghan Markle is trying to get herself invited to the Oscars to hand out an award to the firefighters.
Oh, she'd like that.
Well, apparently it's in the works for sure with Sunshine Sachs.
I hear the Malibu firefighters are very dreamy. I don't know. Do you know about this?
The what?
The Malibu firefighters are very dreamy.
Oh, I don't know. I heard that they're gorgeous, but I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, listen, she just wants to be here, there, and everywhere, and I think she just wants to be seen. And it's clinging on. It's clinging on to what she can suck out of anything that she can get her hands on, I believe. So she wants to give out an award. That's what she wants to do. She'll just be at any kind of event, really, won't she? That's the plan. Any event she can go to, she'll be there.
But she's insane. She's insane because Sunshine Sachs has been working really hard. If you look at the accounts that have not been suspended, they don't report on anything. They don't do any investigative reporting or anything at all, which is it's a shame. That is the way that I was telling you, reality, the menu. They want to present Meghan Markle in a light, and they're using these huge Mexican accounts and these huge YouTube accounts to guide you through that. We're only going to talk about this. We're not going to talk about that. So people don't get to hear the other side or other things that are ongoing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I do know that there are a lot of channels that play it very safe, and I mean that, and I understand that because in a way,
but that's not good, Victoria. That is not good because again, this is where we go.
But remember, YouTube is very difficult to.
But I'm not talking about YouTube. I'm talking about X.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then why are they censoring everybody? What's that about? What's the agenda there?
Because this is the palace and the narrative that they're trying to present Meghan in a certain way. So you don't hear about the other stuff. So people can comment on it. Okay? This is, for example, if we're only willing to talk about certain subjects, we might as well watch mainstream media.
Yeah, of course.
That is the whole point.
Yeah, no, I know, and I completely understand. I think what it is for some channels, they just won't touch anything that.
No, but they do that on They do that on purpose. So channels like mine, now they're canceled on X, so people don't get other news. You see what I mean? You don't have other options. For example,
a diverse pool of information. Yeah, no, I see that, and I can see that a lot of what we can say is being restricted.
I'll give you an example. All the mainstream media, Angela Levin, Dan Wood, and everybody. Oh, the ambassador was forced to allow them in, and blah blah blah. Like, no. This was nobody can gate crash a British ambassador's residence. And that guy, Dr. Tedros, or whatever the hell his name is, from the World Health Organization, there's no way that he didn't give a heads up to the ambassador, British ambassador, and to the government, because he's not going to anger one of his biggest donors after the USA pulled out. Okay, these things don't just happen, and this reception was not hosted at the British Embassy. It was hosted at the private residence of the British ambassador. But the entire mainstream media is going, oh, the British ambassador, Meghan Markle, crashed the embassy, because they want the narrative. Oh, the UK didn't want to have anything to do with it. The UK planned the whole thing. Okay,
that's what I've said from the beginning. That's exactly what I've said from the beginning. Because the timing is just there's such a slim little window there from two things that happened, and I just don't understand it. You know, it was too long of a wait for the next tour. So yeah, and definitely there's all the connections there that are deep rooted via.
And by the way, there were 3, you know this because I think it was reported also, there were 3 senior people, staff members from King Charles following them around, organizing stuff as well. James Holt was there as well. And somebody said to me, well, Travelist, wait a minute, Travelist had nothing to do with this. You know, the Archwell Foundation or Archwell Philanthropies, it doesn't exist anywhere. If you look at the IRS, still no Archwell Philanthropies. No. If you look at the Department of Justice, where all the charities are filed, there's no Archwell Philanthropies. If you look at the United States Trademark Office, they haven't even assigned their trademark request to an examiner. So why are people talking as though Archwell Philanthropies already exists?
Yeah. No, and I think we're going to do a deep dive into the finances there and the IRS, because that is got a massive question mark over it. And again, why is that not being covered in mainstream media? It's they have got a blanket of safety shrouded over them, I believe. But we're going to wrap it up for today, Paula, because I am dying and I need to go to bed.
Well, thanks for having me, sweetie.
No, always a pleasure. And I think by Monday I should be back up and kicking and running. By a miracle, I could be fine by tomorrow, but we will see. Thank you everybody for joining us. Please subscribe to Paula. Again,
thank you, guys. Go watch my latest video. It's an eye opener because my friend sent me the email and my friend said, "Did you know this, Paula?" And I'm like, "What?" And it's like, yeah, and said that because you see, the entire diplomatic community was talking about it. Did you see also the British, that one of the most senior respected diplomats left a comment on on Lindsay Roth, saying yachting Epstein girls?
No, you're going to have to send me all this info over.
Before we go, I'll show it to you who this is, okay? I'll show it to you because you can, once you see, let's see if it's still there, okay? Because you know how they tend to delete all kinds of things. This is why I did my video on it, because then they delete stuff, right? And it's interesting because it shows you how there were truly nobodies back then, because they're like 200 people at the most like, or 100 people like it, you know?
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see. I'm just getting you the picture because let's see if she hasn't deleted it. Let's see if she hasn't. This is when they went to St. Bart's in 2014. Okay. And I believe it's 2014 that they went to St. Bart's. We're going to see if the picture is there. This is going to be interesting. Let me share it with you so we can share it live with the people and they can see what I'm talking about. Okay. I'm sharing it with you, Victoria, right now. Yeah, I'm sharing it with you right now. Okay. So this is Lindsay Roth. Meghan Markle was her maid of honor. And this is them. You can see Meghan Markle in Rwanda when she used the kids for props. She's the one who got Meghan Markle with Larry King, because she used to work with Larry King. You see, here's Meghan Markle. Yeah. Let me see here. We're getting close. It should be here. Did she remove it? No, 2016. No, we go further back. That's when she got married. It should be further back because it's the picture of them that she suddenly made public, because this picture, she had this Instagram post, she had made it private, but then she made it public. So we went like, what? And the reason I found out she made it public is because the Sussex squaddies were reporting on it. Right? So we were like, oh, okay. So they're reporting on it. This is great. Let me see if they have it or if she has deleted it. Because it should be here somewhere.
They might have deleted it, Paula.
She removed it. No, it has to be here. It has to be somewhere here. Let me see. When was this? September. No, we're going to August. Here it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is the picture. Lindsay Roth, St. Bart's. You make us happy. She tags Heather Dorak, Meghan Markle, and the TIG, right? You scroll down the articles here, and you see Heather Dorak. She's deleted she deleted the. This is a first. She deleted the comment.
Oh, Paula, did you screenshot it? You should have screenshotted it.
I have the comment. She's deleted the comment.
Well, that is brand new information, guys, because we didn't know.
This is brand new information. She deleted the comment from the ambassador, and I'm going to show you who the ambassador was. Oh my God, this is great. She deleted the comment. This is insanity. Let me see. I'll get you the ambassador here. Farwa, this is the lady who made the comment. I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the lady who made the comment. Farwa Al-Naimat. And this lady is one of the most senior ambassadors for Jordan. And she made it in August 2021. She said, yachting girls, Epstein. I'll show you what the and I have it on.
You have the
I did the video about it. I did a video about it. And I can show it to you because I was showing it directly.
So do you think that there's momentum here then, just parking all that aside, then do you think the momentum here is that we're going to get the truth of the story now with the yachts? Because I know you've put a lot of videos out about it, but it's never really been covered in the mainstream. Do you think we're going to
the mainstream media won't touch it? They won't touch it.
No.
Oh no, the mainstream media won't touch this. Of course they won't touch it. Just like they won't touch Meghan Markle's fake children.
Well, that's another thing for another time.
You know what I mean? But I can show you. The comment because I did a whole thing about it, and I have it here. Let me just get it for you here. I'm just getting this right now. So, but yeah, she deleted the comment.
Well, there you go. So that shows issues there, doesn't it? That shows that they're trying to hide something. If you delete,
it got by them. It got by them. No, but this is them cleaning up Meghan Markle's image.
Yes, exactly. This is complete teamwork going on here. Clean up the image, hide the past, and don't let it be revealed. So this is interesting, actually. Yeah, you're right. It is very interesting.
This lady was the deputy ambassador. Yeah, I have it here. I have the shot here. I'll show it to you. This lady was the deputy ambassador to to Romania from 2014 till 2018, and then she was deputy ambassador to Mexico from 2018 till 2021 when she made that comment, and then she was she was ambassador to Oman from Jordan. Just in the 2025-2026, she was an ambassador to Oman from Jordan. She was one of the most high-ranking ambassadors there.
What was the comment?
The comment said yachting. I'll have it here. Wait, I'm going to showcase it. I'm going to show it to you, so you can show it.
You screenshotted it, Paula.
I did. Of course I did. Of course I did. Of course I have the shot. Don't worry. I have it. I have it here. I'm just going to share it with you. But it's amazing, isn't it? So it shows you that they are listening to what we say.
Of course they are, because they're going to Google themselves and they're going to work out what stories are being plunged into YouTube. And if it's anything that's near enough, if it's too close to home and we're getting to the truth, they're going to try and cover that up. I haven't got it back on here though. Hold on. Did you put the comment up?
No. Let me see something, because I think I did a live. I know I did a live, and the live, because I want to show you directly, guys, because it's never the same. It's never the same. Okay. I have it here because I did a very short live. I did it like an 8-minute live shot live. Yeah. I'm going to show it to you because they have deleted it. They deleted it. So I'll show you my live here because it's right here.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Because we know that these people tend to delete absolutely everything. And because they tend to delete everything, I might as well get you guys as long as you're here. This won't be a long live, but it'll be a live for sure.
Remember, I said in my lives, and I've been saying that these pictures were public, were real. Meghan Markle was real. These pictures are real because they were posting them on Instagram themselves. Well, I have proof for you, beautiful people. And I just want to say, I want to do this really quickly before they take them down again, because she used to have them private. No, she had them public, and then she made them private. This is Heather Dorak, Meghan Markle's friend, the one that's sitting right here. This is directly from her Instagram account. This was August 10th, 2016. Before, remember how I told you before Meghan Markle went to meet Harry, because she met him after this trip. So that BS that he interrupted her, that she found a window. Suits had finished filming. Let me see. I'll get you. That's a different one. Let me see. I'll get you another one because that's a different one. I thought it was. I have one. The one that I have is from the ambassador thing. And it's like I did the video, and it's really driving me insane because yeah, I'm just trying to look for this, guys.
If you can't find it, we can do another live on it if you want.
When was this? We were published 22nd. Let me see something. No, I have it here. I know I did this because I posted the. Actually, you know what we can do, because this is great. This is great. This is great right here. We have I have this guy. His name is Mark Charles. He had his Substack. He's amazing. He is the one. He's the one who posted all of this. Let me show you, because he has a Substack, and he's very good. And he's very good at this. Okay, he's very good at this. But I'm going to show you the pictures, and you're going to see the comment, because he has it there. He gives a lot of insight into everything that Meghan Markle is doing or did. So let me show you the Substack. I have the picture here. I'm so stupid. Wait 1 second. I'll send you the picture, and you can upload it, okay? Because you have the picture. That way you can have the comment directly, because I know that they're going to say that it was, that it was Photoshopped, which is why I just sent it to you so you can showcase it.
Okay, I haven't got it yet. Thank you, Lizzie
I
B. I
by
appreciate
WhatsApp.
that. Yes, but I can't do that from here. I can show it, but I can show it through the. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Right, okay, let me just send it to my email.
No, I'm just going to share it with you here. I'll share it with you here. I just downloaded it, and I'm going to share it. Yeah. So people can see it. So because I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, oh, no, that's Photoshop. No, this is why I did my live, and I showed it live, showing the video. You know what I mean? So people wouldn't say, oh, this is fake. No, this was part of the, I have it here. I'm going to share with you. They deleted it. There.
Share me the picture, because I can't get it up.
I'm sharing it now.
Okay, so it says, I can't believe this, Paula. Hit it. So what does that say?
He meant to say yachting days, Epstein
yachting days. Oh, wow. No way. No way.
An ambassador.
No way. That's insane. I'm so glad you took the screenshot, because you'd be going out of your mind.
I have a video, but I have a video. In the video, I did it, and I showed it.
Crazy. That, that is really meticulous of you to scour.
And they had it as hidden video. They had it as hidden video.
That is unbelievable.
But then when you open the thing, it showed, because that was a hidden comment, right? And when you opened it, it's yeah. When you opened it said that.
Wow, this is insane. I can't believe
it. This is a senior, and this was in March 2021, right after Harry and Meghan did the Oprah interview.
No way. I just can't believe that. And so there's a multitude of different bits of evidence out here that kind of, you can't really hide away from it. And how did these lot not think this would be uncovered at some point? You can't marry a royal and not have all of your past being dug up. You know, that is what happens. That is just part and parcel of marrying into the royal family. No stone is left unturned. And this here is evidence, complete evidence.
Yeah, and I have it on my video. I have it on my video because I went in my video and I showed it, live. I showed it live that, that she had said that Meghan Markle was a yachting Epstein girl. And I'm showcasing, I think I did a live about it, and I was showing it. I was showing this lady talking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that is insane. Absolutely insane. I'm so glad you've been able to put that up. And it's very interesting that they're trying to, get rid of all the evidence now, Paulus. They've deleted the comment. So this is quite extraordinary. Breaking news.
So that means that they do watch our videos. They do watch our channels. I did post it on X. I said, watch, this is coming. And I posted the screenshot that I took of that, And then, of course, the comment is gone.
That's mad. Absolutely crazy.
So if you think that they don't watch our videos, I have news for you, because they do watch our videos.
They do. They do. They obviously do. I think you're being watched.
I have it here. I have it here. I found it. I'm so dumb. I have it here. It was the video before yesterday that I did this. I have it here. Let me see. I have it. I'll show it to you here, because I actually did it live here. I have it live here. I'll show it to you. I'll stop sharing that, and because I have it in my video. I know I done my video about it, so it's called From Yacht Girl to Duchess.
Go for it. Pop it on. Again, let's pop it on.
Decided to make these pictures public. I wonder if the rats are jumping ship. But here we have Lindsay Roth. This is in St. Bart's. You make us happy. And she's tagging Heather Dorak and Meghan Markle and the Tig, of course. Now, please beware. And this is what I want to show you, because we're going to see a hidden comment here. And that is the most interesting one. We see a hidden comment that says, H-ting, yachting days, Epstein girls. This was in August 26, 2014, that this picture was taken in St. Bart's. Now, when you click here, Tarwa Al-Naimat, that is her Instagram account. She is, shockingly, one of the most prestigious Jordanian ambassadors at the moment, and has been for quite some time. This is her account. That is her. This is not a fake account. This is who she is, a senior ambassador to the Jordanian government, to the king. This is her steam, Ms. Tharma Al-Nuaimat, ambassador of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan to the Sultanate of Oman. This was in July 7, 2025. She was just recently representing the King of Jordan, and she was posted in the Sultanate of Oman, representing them with pride. Her credentials are impeccable. The interesting part is, why would this ambassador risk saying this? She was a deputy ambassador to Romania, of all places, from 2014 till 2018. And then she was a deputy ambassador to Mexico from 2018 to 2021. When she made that comment was made in March 2021. Right after Meghan Markle, I believe, gave that interview to Oprah Winfrey. I don't know if she was given that, she wrote that comment because, to expose Meghan Markle. And
yep.
That's insane. And that is great. It's great.
So I did it live. I did it live directly from my account. I went into Instagram. I opened, because it used to be a hidden comment. That comment is gone.
Yes. It's absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. We've just got that information right now. It's just, this is the thing, we've tried.
But this is what they're doing. This is why they're canceling our accounts, Victoria, because then they have these big YouTubers who are only picturing you this. And then we have the Sussex squad pushing the agenda that first they tried to say that was not a real picture. Then they said that wasn't Meghan. That was not Meghan. That was this influencer for years. recently, I think Lady C said that that wasn't Meghan on that picture. I kid you not. You know, and this is like, but we have these people that are pushing this narrative, and now they're saying that is this other lady in Italy who has nothing to do with this.
Wow, this is crazy. I'm going to go and do more research on the yachting thing because I didn't really want to touch it. But this now, we're linking it all to the E guy. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere very, very quickly, I believe. But just to the extent of how far she was involved, do you have a time frame that she was there doing these yachting days?
Oh, she was going. Did you know that in February 2016 she showed up? This is really funny. She went to the Bahamas to be to speak at a at an alternative investment brokers, like experts on finance. Meghan Markle was there, but clearly they were just looking at her like arm candy. This is in February in 2016. Richard Branson was there along with Jeffrey Epstein. And Meghan Markle was there. Do you think she was an expert, a financier? Of course not.
We know that because her as ever brand is flopping like an air balloon. Oh my goodness me. Yeah. Harry's crazy. And what did he get involved with her for? You know, it's just been one problem after another. We're gonna do some more info on this now, especially now it's a little bit more. There's a little bit more transparency on there. Also, I just want to thank. I believe you, Lizzie. I think there is more to stories I don't want us to know. So we're gonna Paula's going to probably be doing a lot of research into that as well. Also,
the thing is, it's hard to do research when they keep deleting this unless you're really on top of it, because those pictures have been made private for years. We even had Ron looking for these pictures when they first came out, and we were doing our videos. You know how there's many things we can agree on. Ron knows how to surf the internet. You're telling me that he wouldn't have found out this on IG on Lindsay Roth? Of course he would have. And I went back and I looked at her pictures. Those pictures had been public up until 2018, and then they were made private. We could only get it, from screenshots that other people had taken and blah, blah, blah. So people were saying, oh, now I can guarantee you that this will be the narrative. That is Photoshop, that comment, which is why I did my video.
Yeah, and you're right, because Ronnie is great at investigating. You are as well, and surfing the internet quickly and efficiently is what you seem to both be able to do. So we're going to keep trawling through everything, and hopefully we're going to get some more revealing information. I just want to say thank you to everybody who's new subscribers, because I know I've got a lot of new subscribers recently. And I haven't seen lots of new subscribers making a comment. So if you want to make a comment underneath the video, it'd be nice to see you and say hi. And guys, just keep trying to boost the channel if you can. And Paula, we'll have to come back and revisit this, I think, next week when my head is clearer. I need to look into it a little bit more. Is that all right with you?
I can come anytime you want. For you, Victoria, you know that I'm not available for many people nowadays.
I know you're not.
I'm only available for 2 or 3 people, and that's it. Other than that,
I appreciate you. We're good friends anyway, Paula. So that's the I'll be on your. Why are you laughing?
No, because it's true. I mean, it's true. Like, you're my friend, but it's insane. Now I don't go on any other people's channels other than Pidina, Lauren, Sean, and you.
Okay, well, I love you, and I do appreciate you. I do. And I'll hopefully come on yours next week once my brain works properly. But wow, thanks for sharing that with us today. That was great, really good. That's definitely given me a little bit.
You see, if we hadn't had that, and I'm telling you, then you would have said to me, "Well, where is the screenshot?"
Yeah, well, no, because you wouldn't always want to see the evidence, because otherwise it feels like it's just kind of like salacious stories, and I like to see the evidence. So that has got my my juices flowing now. I'm going to be going down the warpath with this Epstein stuff. But yeah, brilliant.
Thank you so much, sweetie. You have a great day. Thanks for inviting me.
I'll get to bed, guys. Good night. God bless. Take care. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. That was, wow, that was amazing. Really amazing, you know, to see that. This is why sometimes, you know, you feel like you're being gaslit sometimes with the media. It's insane. But thank you, everybody, for joining me. I really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Please like, subscribe, share, all that jazz. And Lizzie, you're an absolute legend. Thank you for that. Two gift memberships. Thank you very much. Yeah, have a great weekend. Hopefully I'll be all right by Monday. Take care. Lots of love. Bye, 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 bye.